welcome to this episode of Know Thy Role, the YouTube channel dedicated to all things role-playing. And today I'm excited because we are actually going to put some tabletop role-playing on the channel. I know we've been posting a lot of video game, which still, in my opinion, counts as role-playing, but there's nothing quite like good old-fashioned dice and paper and pen role-playing. So joining me today will be Michelle.
Hi.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for doing this with me. So how do you feel about role-playing? Like, do you and I have played a few sessions, and I think you do great, but how do you think you do?
I feel like I suck.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because I don't know.
And see, that's the unfortunate thing. I think a lot of people who first start to play think that. They think that they're not doing good when they're doing fantastic.
Well, because I doubt myself, I guess. Or then, like, I'll question, like, what I want to do instead of saying what I'm going to do.
Okay, so as we play, think of it in these terms, okay? What would my character do? Like flesh out who she is, okay? You wouldn't really have to say, what would I do? You could say, what would my character do? And then, once you get a feel for who she is, it's like acting. You've got this role, and now you play it.
I have to just, I guess, figure it out as we go. I don't know.
Okay,
I just don't. Yeah.
So we are going to be playing D&D 5th edition. And a funny story about that is for the longest time, I thought I was playing 5th edition. I went to go buy an extra source book, and this is a while back. And when I got to the guy, I noticed that the book that he was going to sell me looked a lot different than the books that I've been playing with, right? I'd always been told that as long as it was made by Wizards of the Coast, I had 5th edition. And the one I had was made by, it said Wizards of the Coast. So I was like, okay, wonderful. And I said, so I looked at it, I asked him, this is going to be compatible with my 5th edition, right? And he was like, well, yeah, it's all 5th edition. And I said, okay, because it looks totally different than what I've got. And so he's like, well, what do you have? So I said, well, it's got like a keyhole and it looks like a book. And so he brought it up on his computer and he's like, is this what it looks like? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, you're playing 3.5.
3.5.
So then I asked him what happened to 4, and he was like, yeah, people didn't really play that one. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then I bought the rule books, the rule set for 5th edition. I just thought it was kind of funny that the whole time I thought I was playing 5th edition, and I was really playing 3.5.
3.5.
Which it came with a CD-ROM that had a character generator. I loved that version. I still love that version, but I do have an appreciation now for this 5th edition. The rules, there was the core play was the same, and that's why I was able to quickly grasp it, but there were some differences that I'm still kind of getting used to.
With the 5th one?
Yes.
Or 5th edition.
With 5th edition. All right, so Michelle, tell us a little bit about your character. Who is she?
She's a sorcerer. I can't even say the word. Sorcerer. Her name is Larissa, and as a sorcerer, she can cast spells. She is from the draconic. Can't even say that word. Draconic bloodline. That's how she has magic in her veins, but at this point, she doesn't know that she has draconic or blood in her veins.
Okay. So she's a sorceress.
Yes, a sorceress.
That's pretty cool because she's a magic user, which that is a little bit more of an advanced character to play. Okay, a lot of when I first started, I just started with a fighter, and I loved it. I loved being a fighter, but with your sorceress, like your hit points, how many hit points do you start out with?
I have 8.
Okay, so once you take 8 points of damage, you are down and dying. Okay, and a fighter can take a little bit more. That's why you got to really kind of think, on your feet rather than charging the battle and doing that kind of stuff. What languages can you speak? Look at your character sheet.
Oh, I'm looking. I just forgot where that.
It's on the front page with the armor class and all that stuff.
Oh, she can speak Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, and Orc.
Okay. What spells does she have right now?
She has Magic Missile, Comprehend Languages. She can create Bonfire, Firebolt, Chill Touch, Minor Illusion, Poison Spray.
Okay. So those the two that you read first were first level spells, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the rest of those are called cantrips, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so with a cantrip, you can cast those as many times as you want in any order that you want. That's how you learned magic, and you learned those cantrips, and you were able to do. Now you can just do them on command. Okay, the ones that require levels are a little bit more powerful. And if you see, let me see your character sheet. Oh, okay. So right here where it says first level, right, and it shows 2 slots. So you can cast one of those spells one time, or either one twice. Okay, but after you've spent the 2 slots, you've got to rest for 8 hours
before she could use it again.
Right.
Okay.
Now your character, what is the race of your character?
Oh, she is high elf.
A high elf. Okay, so as a high elf, she can meditate for 4 hours and gain the same abilities of a long rest, the 8 hours.
That's cool.
And that's kind of helpful when you are a magic user that requires rest to replenish your spells. Okay, so we will also be using Roll20, which is the grid that you see in front of you. And that's more for visuals, okay? I like to use what's called theater of the mind. Most of the time, I'm going to just be explaining what happens. But when we do orientation, that's when we'll use the grid so that we have an idea of what's going on, okay? Each block represents 5 feet. You see your character right here, right? Mm-hmm. So this rock right here would be 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
And so we need to measure distances and stuff like that, because if you look at your spells and stuff, they've got a range.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Okay. So if it's out of your range, you can't cast it on somebody.
Okay.
But if they are in range, then
we're good. Then I'm good.
Then you're good to go.
Okay. That makes sense.
All right. Then shall we get started?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the world that we're playing on is called Artrius. Okay. It's like Earth, except it's Artrius. You guys are living in what's called the Eagle Rock Valley. Okay, because it's plains. Okay, golden plains. Actually, not even golden, more green plains. Kind of a surrounded forest. And then that forest surrounded by a mountain range. Okay, at the foothills of one of the mountain range that resembles a eagle, so it became Eagle Rock Valley. Okay. And that's where your tribe is from. Now, your family was part of a migrating caravan that was attacked by bandits. So, and you remember that day? You were little. You were a kid. And especially as elves go, you were this little kid, and you remember about 4 or 5 wagons and donkeys and horses in a line traveling down a dirt road, okay? On one side was a lake, and on the other side was golden plain with mountains in the background. Okay? And and the kids of the group were laughing and running around the wagons and being yelled at and just causing all kinds of trouble that kids cause. And then a group of bandits attacked. Your parents tried to fight, and they were overcome and killed with a large percentage of the caravan, okay? Those who survived, they grabbed you guys and put you like in a pile, basically in a group, and started to rummage through the caravan and start, just stealing and getting all the stuff, right? And there was quite a few of them. You could tell, like they were terrible. They were humans, and they were scraggly beards, just.
At that point, had I ever seen humans?
No, you had not. Good question. you had been told to be weary of them, you know, that they could be monsters. And all those stories became true to you. You were like, wow, like these guys are really monsters.
Yeah.
Okay? And so you could hear them talking about how they were going to sell you guys at the market, the survivors at the markets. And you heard one of them like looking over at you guys and going, but not before we have our fun first. And they all started laughing and you were just like, oh my God. Okay. So then in the reeds, in the grass, the tall golden grass of the plains that were on the other side of the road, all of a sudden you saw like somebody pop up. And it was like imagine like a Native American wearing a wolf or a coyote head mask, you know, and you saw them pop up like 1, 2, 3, 4, and they started stalking and getting closer and closer, and all of a sudden arrows started to fly, and the bandits got attacked by these barbarians, is what they turned out to be. So the bandits tried to fight back a little bit, and eventually, like all bullies and cowards do, they fled.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you turned around to look, the surviving band of your caravan had taken off and left you behind. Okay, so all of a sudden now you're surrounded by these people wearing fur, you know, and you know, bare-chested weapons, you know, axes, beards, long hair, and they all kind of were surrounding you, and they didn't know what to do with you, you know, and they were talking in some language you really didn't understand, but they eventually were like, okay, they were just going to leave you there, okay? But then the daughter of one of them, well, then this girl, about a little bit older than you, just a little bit, stepped up. And she kind of like saw you, and she kind of went like that, and you saw her turn to one of the guys who looked really important, and she said something to him in some language, and he looked like no, but eventually he was like whatever, and then that little girl grabbed your hand and dragged you along with her. Okay. So then you went with them, and eventually what you realized is they were part of the Moonwolf clan. Okay. And so through the years, they adopted you, and you started to learn. You learned their language, which was how you know common. Okay. Now you know elf because you're an elf. You know draconic, and you're not sure how you know that. You just know it. Okay. And then through some studies that you had before you got here, you know your other languages. Okay. But they taught you how to be, you know, they taught you their language, and they're hunter gatherers. They hunt like elk and deer and migrate with the seasons, and I mean, they are one with with nature to a degree. You know, it's like living with plains people, with Indians, you know, and you and that girl that rescued you ended up being the chief's daughter, and her name, because they give each other names like Two Bears or you know, Silver Moon or whatever happens. And so her name is Foxfire. The reason she got her name is she's kind of slick like a fox, and she's got flowing red hair and like flaming, or you know, like it's like fire, you know, and and it's rare in the group. Most people have black hair. You have black hair, okay? There's a few blondies in there, and then there's her with red hair.
So Foxfire.
So she is Foxfire.
Okay.
Now you kind of throughout the years you've wondered why do they? Because your name, they've named you Larissa, and you're like, why do they call me Larissa? Like, I want a name like, you know, Moon Bear or River Trout or, you know, one who runs with stickers in his butt or something like that, you know?
Strong wind.
Right.
Strong butt wind.
Right. But you didn't get a name like that, and you didn't really question it. Now, the seer of the group, okay, his name is Raven. He's always dressed in a black robe, okay, that covers over his face like up to here. So you only ever see like this part of his face, and it's white with really red lips and kind of like rotted and funky teeth. Okay, he's got a staff, and he's always rolling dice, or not even dice, bones. He'll roll bones, and then he gives like predictions,
Okay.
and he reads fortunes and stuff like that. And so right away, he's an outcast, even though he's been adopted by the clan, and they need him. He's an outcast too. And when he sees that you're an outcast as well, he kind of tutors you a little bit, okay? And that's when he recognizes you have the spark, and he tells you, like, you can do certain, like I feel it, okay? And so he starts to teach you how to focus your energy. And so to give you an example, let me see your character sheet. Okay, so your cantrips. So minor illusion. The first thing he teaches you is one day, okay? Because he would take you, and at nighttime, you guys would go. There was a big giant bonfire outside of, or in the middle of the village.
Okay.
It's not even a village because it's just where you guys, the camp. So in the middle of they have a big campfire, and at night, that's where he would teach you how to focus. And he taught you meditation and how to harness this energy. And the first thing he taught you was minor illusion, okay? So one day you're sitting there, and you open your hand, and a little glowy ball appears in your hand. And he tells you to focus. And he goes, make it like a mouse. And you focus. And all of a sudden, it's like you have a little mouse. Like it takes the shape of a little mouse in your hand. And he goes, now put thought into it. What does it do? So all of a sudden, like its little nose is moving and it's sniffing around your hand. And he goes, now make it something do that mice don't do. And all of a sudden it stands on two hind legs and it's dancing. Okay? And he goes, good. And you make it bow, and then poof, it disappears.
Okay.
Then he teaches you chill touch, firebolt, and then poison spray. Okay. And then as you got to get a little bit more powerful, one day he teaches you end up figuring out how to do comprehend languages and magic missile. Okay. And so when you finally get all of that, he tells you that you are his apprentice. Okay. And that, he tells you, okay, so one day, like, he's got you there, and he's like, Larissa, all in his old man funky voice, and he's like, I don't have much time left in this world, so you will take my place for the clan, and you will be the seer, and it will be your job to make sure to take care of their spiritual needs without us, even though we are the outcasts of the clan. Without us, the clan is lost.
And I'm going to say, only when I have an awesome name. Like, I'm trying to think of one.
Pointy-eared running nose or something?
Or something.
Okay. So, when you learn that you are, like, next in line to be the seer, it kind of brings you a little bit of pride and a little bit, at least, more of belonging. Because you're like, okay, like you saw how one outcast was still a very important part of the tribe, or clan, and now you think that maybe I do have a future with this clan. Now look at the valley that you live in, minus this bridge back here. Okay,
that's what it looked like.
That's kind of what it looks like. There's a river like that. That's pretty. Yeah, there's a river like that. But then like off over like more to this side would be like golden plains, more flat, okay? But over toward the border of your land is where those mountains start to show, okay? So, as the years passed and all this was happening, you and Foxfire grew closer and closer, okay? Now, you guys, as you would learn more and more with the seer, she was learning more and more with her dad and her brothers, because she was the chief's daughter, or she is the chief's daughter. So she had to learn, like, politics to a degree, meeting with other clans, and then a certain statesmanship she had to learn, greetings, being formal with them. And eventually she's going to have to marry, one of the other tribes to solidify bonds between other, surrounding tribes.
Okay.
Okay. But as you guys were children, you and her would always escape to a grotto, a little waterfall with a pond around it, and you guys would swim and play and pretend this and that. So one day, it's unusual because you have some free time. Okay. So you're just kind of out, thinking of just trying to figure out who am I? What am I? And Foxfire approaches you. Okay, and she's pretty. She's got freckles, red, flowing hair. She's in her barbarian outfit, so basically like doe skin boots, soft doe skin boots. Then from her knees up, her legs are showing. Then she's got like a loincloth kind of stuff, but not just like a barbarian loincloth, because she's a girl, so she's got it's more like leggings too. Okay, her stomach is showing, and then she's got like a fur kind of cape around, and she's got an axe at her hip, like a Viking style type of axe. Okay, like a redwood handle with an axe shaped head. And she comes up to you and she's like, Larissa, it's been a bit since we've been able to talk. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just thinking of what I want to do with my life.
She's like, yeah, at least you get to choose. I've kind of been doing the same thing. And she goes, eventually I'm going to have to marry to unite the clans. And what if I don't like who I'm supposed to marry?
Do you know who it is?
No.
Oh, not at all?
Well, no. As of this point, I'm not even betrothed yet.
Oh. That sucks.
But it's coming.
Yeah, that would suck if you don't. Like, what if he's ugly?
She laughs, right? She's like, what if he's handsome? A great warrior.
Well, that would be a good thing. But what if his attitude sucked? And then you just didn't get along?
And she goes, well, what I'm worried about is what if he doesn't let me fight? I'm a fighter.
Oh.
And she goes, and it's just been stressing me out. She goes, hey, do you want to go to the grotto?
Sure.
And she goes, like, she smiles. She goes, cool, let's go. So you and her start to head. Okay, it's a few miles away. So you guys are following along a river path that's going to lead to the grotto. Okay, see this little river right here?
Yeah.
Do you see it moving?
Yeah. No, I don't see it.
Oh, you don't see it, but you see what I'm talking about. On your lower right hand corner is the waterfall you guys are traveling with, and so you guys are just talking about stuff that you've done recently. Okay, you tell her about studying, like not studying magic, because you don't study it like a wizard where you get tomes and books and scrolls. It's more like learning how to harness these primal forces
that I have, right?
Mm-hmm. And she's like, that's really interesting, And then she starts telling you about how she's upset. Like she's like this, I love the clan. And she goes, but for us women, it's ridiculous. Like I can fight, and I want to be a warrior of the clan. My brothers, they're gearing up. And then she goes, I'm not supposed to tell you this. And she goes, but a snow raven came in from the north. It had a note, and it was warning of great evil. Okay, and so my brothers are gearing up to go because this letter said to send emissaries because there's got to be a meeting. We've got to discuss what's going on. And so and I wanted to go. I volunteered to go, but
they won't let you.
They won't let me go.
What if we somehow stow away, or is that what it's called? Sneak away with them?
Yeah, like a stowaway.
Stowaway.
Yeah. But like a stowaway is hiding on a ship or something. There's no ship.
There's no ship.
They're walking their asses over there.
Well, we could kind of follow them.
And she goes, "Oh, by the way, that leads me to something." And she gets kind of blushed, right? She goes, "That reminds me of something." And she pulls out. There's not parchment because you guys don't have paper, but it's like a piece of leather that's been cleaned up, and then she hands it to you. And she goes, "My younger brother, Singing Bird, said to give this to you."
Singing bird? What does it say? Did you read it?
And she's like, no.
Come on. I know you did.
And she goes, no, he made me promise. She's like, and I wanted to.
Well, do you want to read it now?
She's like, well, here. What does it say?
What does it say?
Okay, so it's all like this.
Come on, what does it say?
It's like all this attempt of a poem, right? It's all roses are red, violets are blue, the sun is bright, I want to kiss you. And it's no secret that he's had a crush on you for a long, long time.
Is he younger than me or older?
He's younger.
Aw. I'll be like, man, if he was a few years older than me, then maybe he'd have a chance. Do I like him?
And he's kind of the goofy clown of the clan.
Okay.
But he's being as close as you guys all are. He's like a little brother.
So it's kind of, the thought of it's kind of gross. Well, you know what I mean? Like, who wants to kiss their brother? I mean, I know there are people that will, but that's pretty gross.
Do you read it to her?
I do.
Okay. So she grabs it and she looks and she kind of laughs, right? And then she puts her arm around you and she's like, poor singing bird. He's got his heads in the cloud and he's like, she goes, he's going. And I think he's kind of nervous. There's something's going on. Has the seer told you anything about this?
No, he hasn't said anything to me.
She goes, yeah, well, they're keeping it a secret from him too, for now.
But I'm sure he's going to find something out because he always like senses things.
Yeah, that's what I told him. Like let's not keep it a secret from him because that's not a good idea.
He probably already senses something.
Okay, so then you guys approach. Okay, so you see you and her are right there now up to you guys approach the grotto. You see her on right there, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you're the one with the staff. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so you're the one with the staff. She's the one with a bow, but she doesn't have a bow. Okay, I just couldn't find an icon that one. And you guys approach, and she's like, the grotto. Okay, and the waterfall is, you can hear the shh, and it's as peaceful as ever. Okay, and she goes, well, you guys used to play and wrestle and swim here. Okay, so she walks over and she finds 2 sticks. Okay, and she picks one up. And then she picks up another one. And she looks and she goes, yeah, these are about sword size. And she tosses one to you. And you grab it. Okay? And she goes, well, remember when we used to play swords and wizards?
I sure do. Are we going to play?
And so she takes a fighting stance, right, with a smile. And she goes, well, let's see what you've learned.
I'll be like, stand back.
Okay, so roll for initiative.
And what am I doing? 20?
Yeah, 1 die 20.
6.
We both rolled a 6.
What?
That is goddamn ridiculous. Okay, but look at your character sheet, okay?
Okay.
Because you have
for initiative?
A bonus. Right next to your armor class where it says initiative.
Oh, +2.
Okay, so you rolled a
8.
Okay, so she's got a little bit higher because she's she's been trained more. Okay, so she goes to like do this move and disarm you. Okay, so this is dexterity. Okay. So both of us roll 1 die 20. This is like a saving check. This is to see if you can hold on to your weapon.
Okay.
Oh.
What, is that bad?
What did you?
A 19.
Did I roll another 6?
Yeah.
I did, huh? Okay. So that's good. So she does this like move and you're like, and you hold on to your weapon.
And I would have +2, right? Like technically, because that's what that says over here.
On which one?
Dexterity?
Yes.
Dexterity?
Yes.
Okay. So you didn't get to chop it off of or throw it off of my hand. Make me drop it.
Disarm you.
Disarm me. Ooh.
What do you do?
I'm gonna, what did she do to me?
Like she tried to
Like get me to
all fancy right to make you lose grip of the sword.
So then I do it back to her, like, but even quicker, like.
Roll your 1 die 20.
11. Is it still dexterity?
Yep. Okay.
So I got 11, 12, 13.
And okay, so you did it. You were like boom, 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 and you hit, and man, it goes flying out of her hand. Okay, so she's like, whoa, and kind of amazed, and then she rushes you to tackle you.
Okay. Are we close to the water?
Bro.
What? Oh, am I rolling?
No. Okay, so she rushes you, and you're able to like stop her like that. Okay, but so she grabs onto the stick that you guys both have now, but like she went to bear hug you, and you're able to stop her.
Ooh. So then I am gonna like kind of do, I don't know, wrestling, but I'm gonna try to wrestle her. Like, are we close to the water?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to throw her into the water at this point.
Okay.
Is it still dexterity?
Opposing roll, right? Because you're not really fighting her. You're okay. So you grab. Okay, so you twist her over to where her back is toward the
water.
The water. Okay, so like this, like that. Okay.
Okay.
And you're pushing her there, but then she grabs onto the stick. Okay, flips over. And when she does that, she ends up behind you like this.
Okay. She's all far from the water now.
Okay.
And I'm like, dang it.
Okay, so you're like, oh, ugh. And she kind of laughs. And so she pushes you. Okay. So this is strength now, okay? Because now it's just brute strength of her pushing and you pushing.
Okay. We're rolling the same, a 20?
Yes, You got a 17? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're able to turn to face her, okay? Mm-hmm. And she pushes you back to here, and then you stop her right there.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are both holding the stick like this. She's got a smile on her face. You've got a smile on your face, and you both are like,
bring it on. Right. So again, I'm gonna try to because we're still messing around, really. So my whole attempt, I'm really trying to throw her ass into the water.
Okay, but remember, you like, what have you got? Like her strength is fighting and muscle, you know. What are you gonna do? Like look at everything you can do.
My my cantrips, you mean?
Whatever.
Can I use a minor illusion? Because that's like pretending that something's there, right?
That's like making something appear that something's there. Okay. She pushes you harder.
Okay. She pushes me harder.
Okay. So it's a strength check. You got to roll. She got a 15.
Strength check.
Okay. So you both push hard and you're just but you manage to hold her back.
Hold her back. So then I have, this is stuff that I have, right? Or is that something different?
No, yeah, that's yes, those are skills that you've got.
So then acrobatics means that I could like flip over her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do that to like, because I'm right now with my back against the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure to get away. So I want to get like have her facing that way.
Okay, so what do you do?
So I use my acrobatics and flip over her. Like,
So, like up and over her?
yeah.
Okay. So then go ahead and roll dexterity. So a dexterity check, 15.
Plus 2,
17.
17.
Okay. So you successfully jump past her, and now you're behind her like that.
Okay. But, because we're really there to like hang out and it's not just about us like farting around pretend fighting, right?
What do you mean?
Like we're out there and we're just like messing around.
Pretty much.
But didn't we want to go out there to swim? Or what was it? Just to really go talk?
You know how kids like will always jump in water because they love water, you know?
Yeah.
Well, now you're adults, but you know how sometimes best friends will throw each other in water?
Yes.
Like you're not really there to swim, but a friend will throw each other in.
And that's what I want to do is like get her ass and like toss her in at this point because we're done with like the swords and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, is that dexterity again, or would that be?
Okay, so she turns around, okay?
Okay.
And she puts her hands up. And she goes, Larissa, I yield.
And I'm like, too bad. So I just pick her up.
You try to?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be a strength check.
Okay. So we're rolling?
Yeah. Because she's opposing you.
Okay. 17.
16. Okay. So you try to pick her up, okay?
Uh-huh.
You can't like pick her up like a baby, but you manage to bear hug her where you've got her off her feet now.
Okay.
So you've got control of her.
So then I, messing around with her, I just start spinning her.
Okay. You start spinning with her. You both start spinning. You get dizzy. She gets dizzy.
And we both fall.
And you both fall.
Yeah.
Nobody ends up in the water.
Okay.
But you both fall into like a blanket of leaves on the ground. And then you guys just start both cracking up laughing. Okay?
Okay.
And so, she's laying on the ground, you're laying. So you guys are kind of almost like feet to feet, like that. And then she's like, wow, I didn't know that you were that strong.
There's a lot you don't know about me.
And she goes, you're right. So you both are laying there, okay?
Okay.
And all of a sudden, a shadow kind of appears. And you're like, what? And you look up. And you see something that looks a lot like that.
Which one?
That one.
Ugh.
Okay.
Oh, a little rat. Not a little rat, a big ass rat.
Right. Looking at you. You can hear Foxfire like laughing, right? She's like, haha. And then you hear her stop too. And you hear her go, and so she sits up and she looks. So you sit up and you see you're surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
Jesus. Where did they come from?
You don't know. As you guys were just...
Oh my God.
Now,
We're just farting around.
Right. So they're kobolds, okay?
Okay.
So they're about up to your hip.
Oh,
they're
okay.
little creatures, okay?
Okay.
And they live in the mountains in this area. And they're more of a nuisance than anything else. Imagine like really, really shitty rats, okay?
Okay.
That's what they are. They come and sometimes they steal food. Sometimes they take your animals. Like occasionally they will attack people. But yeah, they're vicious little creatures, but they're not, but they're dangerous in numbers, and right now they have
There's
numbers.
a few numbers. So obviously, like I'm not even gonna wait. I'm gonna throw a firebolt at that. Wait, are they too close?
No. Well, okay. So look at this is where they're at. So you're right here, right? And you've got this guy is 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
This guy is 15 feet away from you.
Okay.
10 feet, 15, 15. Now these little stones right here, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right here to your right, right here. Mm-hmm. Those they're about up to your shin,
Okay.
so they're not
that
boulders. Okay.
And fire
Foxfire.
Foxfire. If I were to do my poison spray, she's kind of in the way where it would affect her, right?
What is the range of your poison spray?
It's 10 feet, so it would only get a couple of them.
So poison spray, it's not like a cone or anything like that. So it goes forward like that. Like you can't get all of them.
Oh.
Okay. At best, you'd be able to get one of them.
One, and that's it?
Yes.
So what about my magic missile? That's just one thing too, huh?
Yes.
Jesus, we're freaking screwed then.
Okay. So let's roll initiative.
Okay. Sorry. $13. And it's what? +2, right? 15.
Okay. So what did you get? You got 13.
13 plus 2, 15.
Okay. So 15.
You want me to keep track?
Yeah. Okay. So you got 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fox got 14.
Okay.
And the goddamn
Stupid asses got 20?
yes.
God damn it. Little rats. Of course they did. Okay.
Okay. So the guy in front of Fox, okay, he attacks her with a club.
Okay.
Mother freaker.
It got 19?
Yep, he hit her.
Aww.
Okay, so as far as hit points go, right?
Uh-huh.
She's got 13, okay?
Okay.
Minus it by 5.
13 minus 5. Oops, my pencil's falling. So 8. So she has 8 hit points left.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this guy right here, he moves forward 1.
Okay.
So one of the kobolds moves forward 1, and he attacks you.
Okay. Am I rolling anything?
No.
Not yet.
Okay, so you see how he got a 4?
Yes.
What is your armor class?
15.
Okay, so see how it wasn't above your armor class?
Yeah.
So he like goes to strike you, and you dodge out of the way.
Okay. Thank the Lord.
Okay, so that this guy moves in behind him. This guy climbs up to the top of the rocks, and he's jumping up and down, hollering and hooting. Okay.
Okay.
And then this guy moves over here, and he attacks Firefox.
Okay. Or Firefox.
$14. He got him
Again?
for 2 points of damage. What's she at?
6.
Okay. So you see them go boom, boom. Like 2 of them hit her, and they've drawn blood. She's hurt.
Okay.
Okay. So what was you rolled what for initiative?
15.
And she rolled
14.
Yeah. Okay. So now your turn.
So I am going to use my daggers.
Okay. What are you, honey?
An elf?
No. Not your race, your class.
Oh, I'm a sorcerer.
Okay, so
So why am I not using my magic?
exactly, your straight, your daggers and all that stuff are they're backup.
Yeah. So I want to use my magic and spell a cast. Well, I could spell a cast, right, to make them like
Cast a spell.
spell casting. It says spell casting.
You're saying spell a cast.
Oh. Cast a spell. The only thing is that how do I know like what spell I could cast?
You can cast. You have 2 spell slots. So those first level spells, you can cast 1 of each, or 2 of each, or as many cantrips as you want.
I want to throw a poison spray at them.
Okay. So the one in front of you,
Yes.
you do a poison spray.
Yeah. Let's try to knock his ass down to at least give me time to like get to the other one.
What is the page it says for?
PHB 266.
That's Player's Handbook. Okay, you extend your hand toward a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. The creature must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 damage. Okay, so you're like, yum. So who do you do that to first?
Who's closest to me? The one right there.
Right in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like, yama, 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 yama. And you throw a spell.
Yeah. And it didn't do shit to him, did it? Damn it.
So you put your hand out, a green cloud comes out of your hand right into his face, and he's like, and he kind of like brushes it away, and it doesn't do anything. Okay, so Foxfire, she grabs her axe, and she attacks this guy to her right.
Okay.
And she hits him.
Good.
For 5. And then her bonuses. Oh, okay.
He's dead?
Yes.
Thank God.
So you see her just go, rah, and she puts an axe right to his chest.
Thank the Lord.
And he's gone. Like a wild goose in winter.
Which one was it? Oh, that one?
Yep.
Okay. Is it my turn or their turns?
Okay. So now we all re-roll initiative.
The same 20s?
Yep.
Of course.
Okay. So you rolled a 2. She rolled a 10. Oh, and the monsters rolled a 3.
Thank the Lord.
Because you're 2 plus what?
On initiative, 2 plus 2, 4. Yay. I got a 4. She got a what?
10.
She got a 10?
Yeah.
And they only got a 3?
Yes.
Thank the Lord, little rats.
Okay. So she turns around and she attacks this one. The one behind the guy in front of you.
Okay. Come on. Foxfire, Firefox.
She rolled a 15.
Right on. Did she damage him?
She got his ass.
Good. Little. Oops, sorry.
Did you roll on accident?
Did I roll? I haven't rolled. Right now?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, okay. So I accidentally rolled, but look, I rolled a 20, but forget that because it was a 14. She rolled an 8. Okay, so you see her. She spins and she does like a Xeno warrior princess yell, right? She's like, yeah, 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 and she goes, hack. you see it?
Yeah, but why? What's the difference with the die 8 and a die 20? I know what they mean, but
Right, because the die 20 I just accidentally rolled. The die 8 is damage.
oh,
So she did a 15 to hit, an 8 out of 8 for damage.
Okay.
And then I don't know how I re-rolled a 20, so I did. But that's whatever.
okay,
Okay. So she brings down her axe right in his head.
and cracks him and
Yes.
splits him in half.
Yes.
And
Well, it doesn't split him in half, but takes his punk ass out.
good.
Okay. So he's gone. So now it's your turn.
So then I'm going to again do my dude right there, but I'm gonna do my magic missile can kill him, right? Hopefully.
It could.
So we're gonna use that. Although
You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range. A dart deals 1 die 4 plus 1 force damage to its target. The darts all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several.
okay, and each one does how much?
1 die 4 plus 1.
1 die 4 plus 1. So does that kill them?
They have 5 hit points.
Okay, so what I want to do, because I could do it to multiple, right? Mm-hmm. So I might as well do it to the 3 of them.
So 1 to each.
Yeah. Don't you think? To kind of see if, like, hopefully.
Yeah, it's up to you.
And I'm doing a 20?
No, it automatically hits.
Oh, okay.
There is no saving throw. Okay, so you go like that. Okay, so you put 3 fingers out,
Okay.
and on your fingers a little ball glows,
Okay.
and they fly out.
Okay.
So let's do the one in front of you first. So there's no saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah. Nope. Yep. So the first guy, you hit him.
Okay.
Roll 1 die 4.
Of course.
So 2 to him.
Okay.
Okay, now the guy diagonal to...
Not the one on the rock?
Is that who you want to do next?
No, I'm asking.
No.
No, the other guy,
The
right?
guy diagonal to Fox.
Okay.
1 die 4. Three plus 1?
I thought it was +2.
Nope, it's plus 1.
Oh, so 4?
So 4 to him.
Okay.
And then the one on the rock.
2.
2.
Of all times, dude. Seriously?
So 3, 3, 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, but it still hurt them, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay. 11, 8. Okay, so this guy right here in front of you, okay?
mm-hmm.
The kobold in front of you starts to retreat,
Okay.
and he goes to here.
Okay.
The guy on the rock, he stays there, and this guy retreats back here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now this guy attacks fire. Or Fox.
The one on the rocks?
Yep, for 15. He got her.
Oh.
So, for 1 point of damage.
Okay. So she's down to 5.
Okay, so now the guy over here by the trees, okay? Like he looks panicked because 2 of his homies have been down. Kobolds are like in numbers, and when they start to realize they might not be winning, they're real cowards, okay? This guy on the rock, he's kind of brave that he's still staying there because the guy that was also there who backed up one, like he's also looking worried too, okay? So you've got a worried guy, and then a guy that just has hatred toward you guys. And yeah, so let's re-roll initiative.
Which one is that? A 20?
Yes. $16. Foxfire rolls a 3. And then the goblins roll a 3. Or not goblins.
16, 17. So I got 18.
Okay, so
She got
again,
what?
She got a 3, but she has a plus.
What is her plus?
I can't tell you.
Oh.
Okay, so it goes you, her, them again.
Okay. So with the guy on the rock, I'm gonna do a firebolt because I want to try to like make him hurt on fire. Because that will probably burn his tail, right?
Okay, so you turn that way. Okay, you hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 fire damage. A flammable object hit. Okay, the spells. Okay, a ranged attack.
120 feet.
Let me see your character sheet. So you've got to roll 1d20 and you're +4.
So 7. God damn.
Okay, so it misses. Okay.
Of course.
So Fox turns around and strikes that dude. I don't like this goddamn digital dice. I like
Kinda
rolling
suck.
them, you
Yeah.
know? Look at see. So she misses. And watch, there's gonna be like fucking 20s
Yeah.
now. Okay, so this guy, the guy on the rock, strikes at Fox. For 5 points of damage.
Are you serious?
Yep.
So he killed her?
What is she at now?
She had 5.
Okay, so you see her hit her on the head, and boom, she goes down.
Aww.
Okay, so this guy runs up right there. This guy runs up right here. And they look like, Okay, roll initiatives. Okay, so this guy attacks you. And he misses. This guy starts to pick up Firefox, and the guy on the rock jumps over and he attacks you.
Okay.
What's your armor class?
15.
Okay, he misses. Your turn.
What does comprehend languages do for me? It just
Helps you understand languages.
Like that's it, right?
That's all it does. Instant interpreter.
And the only thing that I have here that will, because I don't see how chill touch will help at this point. I don't see how minor illusion will help at this point. I don't see how create a bonfire would help. Unless I use my weapons. Like, I know that you said that I'm like a sorcerer, but at this point, shouldn't I try to like...
Do what you gotta do.
So I'm going to use daggers. Right? Right here.
Okay.
So what am I rolling? A 4?
Well, you're rolling a 20 to attack first.
Okay. 11.
And then plus.
4.
Okay. You got him.
15. Right?
Yeah.
So who did I get?
I don't know.
The first one.
Which one did you attack?
The one closest to me.
There's two of them that are the same distance.
Who's the one that was picking up fire?
That's the one
on the
to
backside?
the right of her.
Right. So closer to the water?
Yes.
Okay, and I can't attack him right now.
Not with your knives, no.
Okay, so I will attack the closest one to me, right next to me. You see him?
There's two of them right next to you.
Okay, but there's the one right in front of, I'm
the
looking.
one you're facing?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's the one that.
Okay.
Did it get him, or we don't know yet?
Well, you roll initiative, right?
I rolled a hit. You said 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 15.
Okay, yes, you hit him.
Okay.
Yes, you hit him.
And he's dead?
No, roll your damage now.
Oh, so that's a 1d4.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Dumb. That's what it says. 1d4 plus 2 piercing.
Yes. So
1,
three.
3.
And how much damage did he already have? He was the one on the rock.
He had 2 left, so he's gone.
Okay, so you stab him right in the gut, and he goes down. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, so the one that's trying to pick up Foxfire, he puts her back down. He screams at the other one, and they start to retreat. Okay. And so you're like, so you watch them go, and you're kind of hurt too. And so you look up, and you go to Firefox, and you start to.
I have medicine.
Okay, well, you try to make sure she's okay, right? And you're looking, and you've got your knife, and you're breathing hard, and you're scared as can be.
Yeah. And
you're looking at the kobolds, and they go into the brush, like over here, and they disappear. Okay. That's when you finally notice, like you look around, and it's very cloudy outside. That you haven't noticed it before. Okay. And so you pick up fire, like you've got Foxfire, like you're holding her head, you're caressing her head, and you see snowflakes start to come down. Okay. In game time, the season right now is June.
Oh.
And snow is coming down. And you're like, what?
Which is not normal at that time at all, right? It's like summertime? June?
Hello?
I know, but I'm saying it's not different in the game.
No.
It's summertime.
No, yeah. Yes.
What the hell? That is so weird.
And we'll stop there.